I'm alive. Kinda. Only kinda alive. Oh man, I have I had a experience lately, huh? I don't think I got actually sick, but it was not good. I was kind of struggling a little bit. Thursday, I took medicine on Wednesday, and on Thursday I was like, well, I could stream today, but my body hurts. Like everything hurts. That part of having a cold, not funny. Not funny at all. But that happens sometimes, you know. That happens sometimes. And I'm mostly okay now. I'm still really tired. What else is new? But it's not the kind of tired that, haha, I haven't slept enough. I'm so tired now. It's more like, oh, it feels like my body might be crumbling soon if I don't sleep properly. I need to rest. Actually rest. Between today and tomorrow. I will do. I will do. I will try, at least. I can promise to try, right? That's probably enough. Oh man. Today I have a little bit of a cough. Not too bad, I don't think. But still something there. I hope it doesn't become too much of a problem. I don't think it will. I don't think it will. But man, oh man, what do we have in the menu for today? Well, a bunch of Twitch shenanigans, let me tell you. We're gonna run with some Kakariko Village for today. I think it's chill enough. We have like 10 hours. It's gonna be more than enough. I think I will be doing 2 hours today. Oh man. To be fair, it's because I also don't have a lot of things here, I don't think. Most of it is kind of short. So let me bring it up. Okay, where's my thing? That is not correct. It's this one. Also, I need to bring up my chats for obvious reasons. There we go. We have some strange shenanigans here. Let me move my stuff around a little bit. I had to say, Twitch is not doing good. And I love it. I love it. You hate to see it, but more than that, you love to see it. It's safe to say I don't like Twitch. They've been messing up too much for too long. And if this is the beautiful end, beautiful in sarcastic quotations, obviously, I'm all for it. What can you say? I don't love me a beautiful disaster. So here we have like a timeline of what's been happening for the last week. Kinda. Following Twitch expose drama, Asmongold takes responsibility after being accused for imminent apocalypse on platform. Is Asmongold to blame? Maybe a little bit. I'm gonna say it. Most of the stuff is from Hassan's side. It's really easy to see. It's really easy to see. We will get to that in a little bit. There's a big old wildfire raging on Twitch right now. And stuck in the flames of this situation are Hassan and Asmongold. Well, I don't think Asmon is stuck in the flames. He happened to be caught up in it a little bit. Let's see. In recent weeks, Twitch has been filed, that's 12, has been filled with debates about content moderation and advertising policies. We'll get into that, that's really funny. I love it a lot. At the center of it all are Asmongold and Hassan. At the apocalypse, this wave of demonetization has left many creators and viewers questioning the platform's future. Who is to blame here? At the end of the day, the main culprit here would be Dan Clancy, current CEO of Twitch. Because it's clear there's not the fair enforcement of the rules. That's the main issue here, obviously. The rules are, I'm gonna say, mostly okay. The rules themselves, the application of them, we all know that. Hassan has blamed fellow content creator Asmon for the so-called Twitch apocalypse. How dare you? You clown, how dare you? I'm not trying to defend Asmongold here because I like Asmongold. I don't care about Asmongold. But how dare you, Hassan Piker? What a filthy liar! Which is now only similar to YouTube's advertising Fallout in 2016 to 2017. Known for his outspoken criticism of the platform's policies, Asmon responded candidly, accepting partial responsibility for the issue. Not entirely wrong, so I guess that's fair. Is this the first step of a domino effect that leads to the platform downfall? We can hope. We can hope. Is it good for us to hope something like that happens? Well, I don't know. I don't really know, man. But we can hope and cope. There's something strange going on here. I feel like both YouTube and Twitch have been struggling a little bit lately. I don't know why. That seems to be the case. Dude, I've been having a lot of trouble with Twitch. Not just the streaming, mind you. But trying to use it as just to watch stuff, it's really rough. Let me tell you, man, let me tell you, it's really rough. The phone app? Yeah, pretty bad. What can you say? Asmongold doesn't disagree with Hassan, but it's much deeper than that. I think it's much deeper than that, honestly, but yeah, there's a little bit more nuance here. Then we began with Face Kaizen, who revealed that his Twitch channel had been demonetized for using the Iran tag in his streams. Funny how that works. Other creators such as Big X, Big EX, I have no idea, also faced similar situations for using tags like Venezuela. That might be a little bit too political for these people, huh? How to go live right now, says these, suppose, Big X here, right? I just found out I was demonetized on Twitch for representing my country, Venezuela. For the past month, I didn't make a single penny on ads. I have had Venezuelan my tags for the longest. It's absurd, I miss on thousands of dollars. Yeah, that's gonna happen. At this point, I feel like Twitch is just shooting everywhere, trying to hit someone, but that's not the way, man. That's not the way. Selling these incidents to Asmongold, attributing it to his criticism of the platform's moderation practices. No, I don't think that's the case. I don't think that's the reason. He then says that Asmon, threatening to reveal the moderation team's biases, has played a role in alienating advertisers. No, I don't think that's the case. If only. But no, I don't think so. It'd be funny, but nah. Nah. The thing is, Sang, it's probably your fault, and your people's fault. Asmon responds to Hassan, blaming him for Twitch apocalypse, also calls out Frogan, Danims, and others for thinking no accountability. Yeah, pretty much. I don't think it's Asmongold the one promoting terrorism. Not yet. It's just that people are not taking accountability for the bad things that they are doing. They're trying to pretend like they're something innocent, I suppose. Show more. Let's take a look at this. It's 5 minutes, that may be a little bit too much for me. They're trying to pretend like they're not bad. I got suspended, and never were said good after I got in trouble. Did it violate TOS? Yes. what he said was outlandish? Maybe just a little bit, but at the core, I don't think he's wrong. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. I'm not gonna give examples because, of course, you're gonna give examples, but not every culture is created equal. Like people, not everyone is equal. They should be equal for the law, okay? But yeah, people are not literally the same. I'm sorry to tell you this. It provided a massive contextualization of all of the other people who didn't get in trouble. It's a really good point. We may get into this later. Probably not, but maybe. Asmund did not shy away from the accusations, addressing Hassan's comments. He noted that he might have contributed to the so-called apocalypse. The more I think about it, the latest sense it makes. He says here, I don't think it's entirely my fault, but some of it definitely is, he told his viewers. The thing is, Asmongold, as far as I know, streams on his second account, which is not, it wasn't monetized for the longest time. He was bragging for a long time too, and he was costing Twitch a lot of money because he wasn't making any money. He's not even an affiliate. So you had Dan Clancy going, well, maybe we have to reach some sort of deal with Asmongold to have at least ads on his channel. But it is a little bit strange. Suddenly it's always being Asmongold. Well, I don't think that's the case. He probably has just the bare minimum amount of ads, probably just pre-rolls. And I don't even want to know the huge amount of ads that play on someone like Hassan, right? So I'm not quite sure what's going on here. So let me change something here. I'm going to default to top chat instead of live in YouTube. It's a little bit silly in my opinion. Thinking about past controversies, including his own suspension for remarks about Palestinian culture, he emphasized the need for accountability. He criticized the platform for allowing double standards in content moderation. I don't know why they have this tweeting here, but sure. Face Kaiser reveals that Twitch demonetized him, despite running ads and not being paid, because he had Iran in his tags. Kaising is originally from Iran. Nothing wrong with that, obviously. And despite running ads and not being paid, well, let's open the tweet. Getting demonetized because you're from a country is insane. It is absolutely wild. And the thing is, well, if Twitch was like, well, we're not going to run ads on this channel because Iran and politics and whatnot, it would still be messed up, right? But they're running ads and he's not being paid for that. That's highway robbery, dude. That's too much. That's too much. There's no possible defense of this. I don't understand. The financial impact of these controversies is already apparent. Face Kaisen and others have reported significant losses to the demonetization. Kaisen revealed that his use of the Iran tag resulted in his inability to generate ad revenue, despite years of using the tag without issue. I don't even know. I don't understand. It's so strange to me. It's absolutely wild, and I don't think this guy makes any kind of strange content. It's probably just a gaming dude, right? It's from Face Clan after all. Probably the most milquetoast content you could find, I suppose. Maybe the guy gets a little bit heated, but everyone has seen wars, okay? Will this be a YouTube 2.0 situation? Where does it go from here? Well, I have no clue. The situation has been escalated after Asmon's reaction to the recent controversy with a Censorship committee, a political streamer. When the streamer was only issued a 3-day ban, Asmon demanded a stricter action, threatening to expose the platform's alleged biases. That's gonna be real interesting. Asmongold plans to do stream expose on Twitch in his biased moderation team, and says that if he gets banned for the expose, he'll move to Rumble or Kick. Sounds like a good idea. Sounds like a good idea. Also, I just remembered something. Wasn't Shy Lily going to release some sort of interview with Dan Clancy? Did that happen? I don't think it did. So let me check here. Real fast. Let's see. Dan Clancy. Now, that's Villian, last year. I wonder what's going on here. I wonder what's going on. That's so strange to me. That's so weird. I don't understand. Something is afoot here, I'm afraid. And yeah, this is gonna be real interesting. Do I think he's gonna get banned? Probably not, because of the implications. But it'd be fun if it happened. The element threat of an apocalypse is concerning for the platform's creators, especially those reliant on ad revenue. If the platform goes through a change like YouTube, creators producing edgy or politically charged material may face stricter restrictions or reduced income. Well, thing is, do not trust ad revenue. That's the best part. The high-ups of the platform now stand at the grassroots, with calls for greater accountability and fair moderation. The platform must balance the demand of its creators, viewers, and advertisers. How is this being? How is this being? Asmon's threat to expose further issues, and with his willingness to promote rival platforms like Kick or Rumble, shows just how bad the situation could become. Look, if they're biased, and they're clearly biased. Banning Asmongold, but not banning Hassan? Wild to me. While Asmon and Hassan are on opposing ends of the situation, the call for action isn't for either of them, but for the platform itself. Always has been! Now all we can do is wait for the situation to unfold. And I don't know when this expose is gonna be. But let me tell you, it's gonna be massive. It's gonna be massive if shit ends up going down. Cannot wait, man, cannot wait. Cannot wait. And I have to admit, the thing with ads here seems to be highly inflated to me. Let's move to this one. This is just beautiful. The Jetpack has arrived. There's supposed to be a huge market demand due to holiday rush. Is that guy frustrated about lack of communication from Twitch? Ad revenue down about 80% from recent controversy. We have some graphs here. It's really blurry, there's nothing I can do about it. And, well, appears to be the case. We also have this guy here. Lazy comes at Twitch after getting his ad revenue decreased from 10,000 USD a day to 2,000. Let's stop the music for a second here, so we can listen to this.
I go and check my ad revenue, and yeah, I'm not getting ad revenue. I'm not getting the correct ad revenue.
I'm not getting ad revenue. We're still getting 2,000 a day. Wild.
Now, the issue with this is I don't even have tags in my name. I don't talk about politics. I don't do anything. And my ad revenue went from $10,000 plus at some points per day.
And I have to say, is it actually per day? If it was per month, that would be believable. Per day seems huge. Huge. Just from ads? How many ads is this guy running, dude? That's too much. That's a huge amount of money. This was a bubble waiting to burst.
To now, like $2,000 a day. So, from someone who was making upwards of 5 figures a day, now only making $2,000 a day off ad revenue, something's wrong.
Yeah, something's wrong. That's too much. That's the problem. That's too much.
Going on where my ad revenue is not correct and it's not what it should be.
What it should be, by the way. So funny. Just a funny little guy.
If I want to make $2,000 a day, I'll go be a fucking mailman.
What kind of mailman makes 2,000 a day? I will be a mailman, I don't care. That's a lot of money a day, sure. Why not? These people are absolutely crazy. They don't understand reality, it's so wild to me.
Okay? So Twitch, if you don't fix my ad revenue and put it back to normal, I'm not gonna be streaming on the platform. I don't care. I don't do this for fun. I don't do this.
I don't do this for fun. Maybe that's your problem. Maybe that's your problem, dude. Why not do things for fun sometimes? Could be good, what can you say? Could be good. Oh, what the hell is happening here? Yeah, the YouTube dashboard is struggling a lot today. I don't know why. I don't know why. It's... something's wrong, I can feel it. Hope it's not something too dangerous. Now let me go back here. And I know this guy's young, right? I looked it up and she's like 21. But you have to admit, 10,000 a day is a huge amount of money. So let's assume this guy streams every other day, which is probably not correct. A lot of people stream more than 15 days a month. But let's just assume that, okay? That would be 150,000 a month. Most people don't make that in a year. If we account for taxes, that would probably be like half, right? 75,000. Still, a huge amount of money in a single month. That, in a year, would be around 900,000 USD. Just for being a streamer guy. And here I am, doing this shit for free. But the thing is, I'm not trying to clown on the guy for getting a lot of money. I'm going to clown on the guy for getting a lot of money and not being able to manage it. These guys have probably been streaming for several years. This guy should be a literal millionaire. Why are you not investing? You're young and you have a huge amount of disposable income. What are you doing? What are you doing? You know what they say. Streamers? Yeah, not that smart. I can tell you that. I can tell you that. What do they have here? Oh, well. I don't think this guy might be the... He's not the smartest tool in the crayon box. We also had this. From the same guy. Just tasted my nut, and it's actually not that bad. The hell? And we have Valkyrie here who said, I know we talked about collabing, but the schedule's busy, whichever day would have been. Next time! This is probably just a joke. I want to believe this is a joke. Is it a joke? I don't even understand. I don't even know, man. But yeah, probably not the smartest tool in the crayon box here. So, because of all that's been happening, Twitch ended up updating their TOS a little bit, just a little bit. And let me tell you, even this update to TOS, it's not because of Asmongold. We have here, officially, an update to help reinforce our hateful conduct policy. Oh, jeez, this is so big. It's so big! Our hateful conduct policy is designed to protect our community from attacks based on a person's protected characteristics, such as race, nationality, religion, or sexuality. Sure, the policy prohibits harmful behaviors, like suggesting that the victim of harm deserved it, or sharing a hateful image or symbol. Fair, I guess. The language used to cause harm and spread hate changes over time. To ensure our policies adapt to those changes, we review them and how they are applied to prevent those harms. People can always use code words, but I understand what they're trying to do here. I don't think this is necessarily wrong. As part of our hateful conduct policy, we prohibit the use of terms that may not be harmful or abusive in isolation. They can be used as a slur, or to denigrate others in certain contexts. That could be anything, you egg. A little bit Shakespearean, I know, but still. This is the part that irks me a little bit. It depends on the context. You will always have people being disrespectful because that's human nature. I don't know what to tell you. It's not your duty to manage that, I think. In line with that approach, they using the term quote-unquote Zionist to attack or demean another individual or group of people on the basis of their background or religious belief is against our rules. We recognize that Zionist or Zionism also refer to a political movement. Is it? I'm not quite sure. I'm not trying to be. Are you sure? But I don't actually know too much about it. Using the term to refer to the political movement, whether in a supportive or critical way, does not violate our hateful conduct policy. Well, that makes sense. That's the supportive part. And being critical of stuff is also fair, right? Regardless of civil conversation about or criticism of an institution or ideology, but to prevent coded hate directed at individuals and groups of people. We include examples of the language we prohibit in our advancement notes here. And people have been going like, but dude. So you can say slurs, and it's fair, because you can just break the rules. And like, well, they're trying to have a little bit of nuance. And that nuance is not gonna be enough, right? It's never gonna be enough, because people are gonna be like, oh, but I'm not talking about that, obviously not. It's just about the political movement. I'm not trying to make a moral judgment here. I don't really care either way. But the thing is, it is not, quote-unquote, Asmongold's side who is attacking Zionism, is it? That is, quite obviously, Hassan Piker. Still, he's not getting mad. And they will tell you, well, no, come on now. He's only criticizing the political movement. Well, I guess they had to keep their golden boy of sorts. It's just ridiculous, man. It's just absolutely ridiculous. And he keeps saying, no, it's Asmongold, it's Asmongold. The audacity, the fucking audacity of Hassan Piker here. Jesus Christ. It's absolutely wild. Just stop for a second here to blow my nose. I haven't been that stuffy today, but I'm still recovering a little bit, okay? Please understand. Oh man, I think I'm running out of toilet paper here. That is not good, let me tell you. I still have some tissues left, so it's probably okay. So it's safe to say that Twitch is not doing great. Is Kick doing any better actually? Maybe. Maybe it is. Kick co-founder wants to buy out Twitch after iShow Mint and guys announced reached the deal. What the hell? Kick co-founder Bijan Trani has confirmed that Kaisenet and iShow Mint turned down offers to stream on the platform. Now he wants to buy Twitch instead. The more things change, the more they stay the same, as they say, huh? Funny how that works. Kaisenet blocked away the streaming world in November by regaining his record for the most subscribed Twitch streamer mere days after starting his marathon, and still a lot of people saying really bad stuff about Iron Mouse. I never really watched Iron Mouse, but come on now. Come on now. She's doing great, okay? That's the objective truth, what can you tell you? As I take the record back, Snell claimed that Kick had offered him a whooping 60 million to steal the first marathon, something the Kick owner Fairwreck denied. 60 million seems actually kind of low for Kaisenet. Didn't ACC have a 100 million deal with Kick? And it was not the exclusive deal, so I don't know. Just for the record, I know the deal. Just for the sake of everyone, want to specify. It wasn't 60 million for a subathon. It was 22 million for a year. 22 million for a year. Is this soccer? Is this football? Is this sports ball of any kind? This is huge amounts of money for internet clowns. Okay? And people are gonna be, no, you cannot say that! You cannot say that about Kaisenet or iShow Mint! If you're a streamer, you're an internet clown. It's fine! It's not a big deal, it's not derogatory. But 22 million for being a clown with a computer? Well, Kaisenet has way more than a computer. I'm not a big fan of his kind of celebrity deals. Not a big fan of celebrities in general. But this is wild money. You can retire with this, what do you mean? 22 million? That's a huge amount of money, dude. You can buy a house, you can invest a little bit. And you're set for life. This is pretty much winning the lottery, what do you mean? I've seen lottery prices being lower than this. Back in 2023, Eddie Ross claimed that he had offered 40 million each to Kaisenet and iShow Mint. As discussion between contracts waged, Kick's co-founder Bijan Tehrani waiting to reveal the new details about the offer and why it didn't work out. Also, it's a little bit funny because I'm pretty sure Eddie Ross is not in Kick anymore. Which is strange. Which is look at this. This is from this fucking guys didn't have the date link. And Ross claims Kaisenet, iShow Mint and more are moving to Kick. Look, nowadays there's no reason to not be streaming on several places. Penny congratulated Kai on his record and explained that the platform had tried to assign him signed him and actually made it back before they even had a mobile app. But couldn't compete with Rumble's offer. Yeah, makes sense. Also, I didn't know that the guys at Rumble were trying to give offers to these dudes. That is interesting. Should invest a little bit more in entertainment, absolutely. Ultimately, they signed with Rumble, which gave them a lot more flexibility. 1 to 2 streams a month. That's pretty much nothing. What the hell? Granny said. Despite the guy in the Speed show originally doing big numbers on Rumble, they haven't streamed on the platform since episode 12 on March 27th. When the two had their sleepover. Gay? Were you gay now? As for whether Kick has any plans for offering either Kai or Speed a deal in the future, Trendy cast out on the idea, but there hasn't been a plan to get Snap to his platform. We're doing big signings right now. Our priorities are tech. That's a good priority, not gonna lie. Not right off Kick though. We are on record usage, and hungrier than ever. Our focus has shifted to long term. The goal is still the same. We'll either beat Twitch or buy them out. April 26, 2022, ominous. And we've seen that, right? I think Ross that had a big deal with Kick. I don't remember. But it's clear these hoes are not loyal. So why spend a huge amount of money for people that's not going to stay? Also, I don't think this was a big play by Rumble. Just a couple of streams a month? Yeah, don't think that's good enough, man. If it was, a stream a week, maybe. In the official Kick Twitter account, I responded to Tyranny with a quoted date, April 26, 2027, but didn't provide any additional context. And they're just probably dicking around. Let's be real, it's more than fine. Interestingly, this isn't the first time we've heard about Twitch potentially being bought out. In October, as the Amazon-owned company was experiencing backlash for some of its moderation decisions, Rumble CEO Chris Pavlovsky predicted that Twitch will either be just shut down or sold off in 2 years. It is too soon to say, but it could work. It could work. It could end up happening. And it'd be funny if we ended up with all Twitch, but now it's called Kick. To be fair, I'm pretty sure Kick has better deals for the streamers, better cuts and whatnot. I don't think they have ads. I'm not quite sure on that. I guess that not a lot of people want to have their ads on Kick. They have really bad PR, sadly. But this is not the last thing we have for Twitch-related shenanigans for today. Funny enough. We have here, Asmongold says, FBI contacted him over 30,000 USD streamer bounty. And it's really stupid because it was not even Asmongold's bounty. Asmongold has revealed that he was contacted by the FBI concerning a 30k bounty offered by another Twitch streamer, but just not to pursue any action. During his stream on November 8th, a viewer told him that they had seen a clip of a streamer doing a 30k bounty on him, and that they didn't get banned. In response, Asmon initially pointed out that the individual responsible was joking around. Well, I don't know what to tell you. Is it really joking around if you have the FBI knocking on your door? I don't know what to tell you, man. After a long pause, he continued to provide further context. Also, a streamer doing a bounty. No, that's correct. I thought they said bounty on a streamer. That would be incorrect. After a long pause, he continued to provide further context on the event. Stating, the FBI actually contacted me about that. Despite his reasons for deciding not to pursue any charges, he continued, I watched the clip, and she clearly was not talking about me, so I thought it was a waste of time. That's correct, they mention it here. While Asman didn't initially name any specific individuals involved, a viewer later mentions former Blizzard employee Mark Kern, also known as Grumps, as the actual target of the bounty, who Twitch streamer Dan himself jokingly offered 30k to anyone who could make Grumps disappear. Jokingly? I wish to believe so, but at the same time, I've seen the clip. Does it really seem like a joke to you? Once again, could be. It could be, to be fair, it could be. I'm not saying it's not, but could be. We have a clip here, so let me bring everything back again. Oh, this is annoying. I need a better system than this. You guys have the clip here? It has to be this one, right?
Listen, I'll up the number, okay? 30K to anyone who'll make this dipshit disappear and make Eve's breasts bigger. Okay? You have to do both. Alright? Because then it's a win-win for me. I get more breast, and I don't have to see that moron on my timeline anymore. So if you think about it.
Is that a joke? I have no idea. Does it sound like a joke? The contents, maybe. The way of saying it, I don't really know. I don't think people understand how to do jokes nowadays. You need proper intonation for that, right? Also, maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. That's fair. But I do believe. I don't know that woman. But she seemed a little bit nervous saying that. Are you nervous when making jokes? If you're a streamer, you shouldn't. That should be normal. I don't know. I'm not gonna make any call here. It's really strange. Pushing a bounty on someone as a joke is like slapping someone and saying, it's just a prank, bro. Well, kinda, I suppose. Still, I wish to believe it was a poorly made joke, but at the same time, are we gonna act like this doesn't happen? I mean, have you seen the USA? They kept trying to take out the Orange Man. It's fine if you don't like the guy, but we've seen several attempts. What's going on? Of course people are not gonna like you, if that's what's happening. This was way before that, but still. Also, I think the message is completely backwards by this woman. Sure, I understand people opposing Grams, but I don't think Grams was calling for small boobs in the game. If anything, his anti-censorship, which is, I want to say, normal, it's not as normal anymore. So sad and pathetic. You would think that talking about censorship, a lot of people would agree with you. That gets you into trouble lately. It's something that's happening. I don't like it, but it's something that's happening. Toma, who offered the original 20k bounty on Grams, was banned from Twitter as a result. Yeah, yeah, that's gonna happen. She wasn't talking about me, so that's why I didn't push it. Even though it maybe could have been interpreted that way. Asmon concluded. Before this conversation, also I don't think Asmon is calling for censorship or for small boobs in games. I don't even understand what's going on anymore with some people. I'm just here for the shit show. What can you say? For this conversation, Asmon had been discussing the ban of Twitch Streamer Central Committee after comments they made about YouTube and King content creator Destiny. Well, Destiny is a piece of work too, so who knows? At the latter, Central Committee, also known as Mike from PA, is that Pennsylvania? And it's too much for me. So, holy shit, guys! If you live in Florida, I have an opportunity for you. If you want to earn 100k, let me know. Look, we all make jokes, but you should know that nowadays there are some types of joke that you cannot make, especially those about ending someone else's lives. You cannot tell people to kill themselves anymore, even though it's funny to say sometimes. Even if people get hit during game sections and whatnot, you cannot say that. So you have to speak in code, right? You can invite them to get themselves a fancy new necktie, for example. It's so fancy, it's so good. Everybody knows it. So obviously you cannot make jokes about putting a bounty on people. You have to be less obvious than this. You see, that's what happens when these people could run rampant for literal years with no consequences to their actions. While the length of the ban is unknown, Central Committee later admitted that they deserved the ban. Yes. It was a stupid joke? Yes. It was only 3 days, to be fair. Then the statement was a joke, as Mongol is no stranger to being banned for controversial comments. Of course, having received a 2-week timeout from Twitch back in October for his comments on Palestine. 2 weeks for talking about cultural differences. 3 days for, hey guys, it'd be cool if this guy died, huh? They're not quite the same, let me tell you. And of course you have a lot of people clowning on Twitch nowadays and calling for Dan Clancy to step out of his CEO position. It's not gonna happen. It might happen. To be fair, it may happen. I don't think it's gonna happen anytime soon. It would need to be something huge. Maybe if as Mongol's expose of Twitch's bias ends up with him getting banned and him moving to either Rumble or Kick, maybe that would prompt something happening with Dan Clancy, but it's not looking good. It's not looking good for now. Oh man, oh my god, my eyes. My eyes hurt. What else is new? I'm not in top condition yet. Speaking of other platforms with a strange TOS, have you heard of Blue Sky? Of course you have. Everyone has. Oh, Blue Sky is so good. Ah, thank goodness I'm not on Twitter anymore. So funny that you say that on Twitter. And you have a lot of people migrating to Blue Sky for different reasons. Some of them because content, Twitter so serious. They're censoring my art. Well, you cannot post Loli or Shota on Blue Sky. That's gonna get you banned. Not good. Not good, probably. So yeah, that's not the solution. Later you had people fleeing because my politics, obviously. Oh, Twitter is so right-wing now. I see people from all sides. The thing is, now there's a side that's not being actively censored, and some people don't like it. Once again, so strange. People wanting censorship couldn't be me. And lately, some artists been like, well, but they're changing Twitter's TOS. Because now everything you post can be used by Grok. That's the Twitter AI thing. And lo and behold, they released the update for Grok 2, 2.0, something like that. I don't care so much about that side of Twitter. And you can opt out of that. The thing is, Blue Sky is not better. It's actually probably worse than that. And I have the TOS for Blue Sky here. This is from May 22nd, 2024. This is this year. Half a year ago. And they mention a lot of stuff. So I'm going to jump here to user content. It's the part that we care about. Point D. Blue Sky's permission to use your user content. You keep your ownership of user content, subject to the license below. Blue Sky does not own rights to user content, except, that's always good, huh? As provided in the license. Oh, mate, do you have a license for the AI? By sharing user content through Blue Sky Social, you grant us permissions too. And this is the big hit here. These 4 points. User content to develop, provide, and improve Blue Sky Social, the AT protocol, and any for future reference. We could be literally anything under their brand. So could be AI in the future. For example, we can store and present user content to other users in Blue Sky Social. They're going for the most charitable example here. Of course you're going to store and present user content to other users. That's how social media works. You post stuff and you see your stuff. Obviously. This allows us to show your post in the Blue Sky app to other users. Yes, but not only that, huh? Not only that. Modify or otherwise utilize user content in any media. Any media. It says any right here. I'm not making this up, if only. This includes reproducing, preparing derivative works, whatever that means, distributing, performing, and displaying your user content. For example, we can resize your post to fit the Blue Sky mobile or desktop app, or feature examples of user content for promotional purposes. But not only because it says any. Grant others the right to take the actions above. Grant others the right to take the actions above. And once again, they're going for the most charitable example. For example, we can grant content moderation tools access to user content in order to monitor Blue Sky Social. Yeah, but not only. Because it says any media. Remove or modify user content for any reason. Any reason, by the way. Including user content that we believe violates these terms, the Blue Sky Social Community Guidelines, or other policies. I haven't gone through all the TUS or their community guidelines, but I've seen a woman, it was earlier today, I've seen a woman complaining that she got banned from the Blue Sky Social, because she was claiming that the US elections of 2024, that is, the ones the other day, were rigged, and they were stolen. I thought you couldn't say that. I thought it was a threat to our democracy. Well, their democracy, I suppose. Funny how that works, huh? Funny how that works. So, I don't think Blue Sky is any solution at the end of the day. Any solution. When will people learn? Well, never. But it's nothing new. How many Twitter killers have we seen over the years? Many. And Blue Sky, to me, is the funniest of them all. You have Jack Dorsey. He made Twitter. Twitter became shit under his reign. He was not a king, but I'm still gonna say it like that. He sold it to Elon Musk. Elon Musk made it a little bit more fair, I suppose. It's not like the platform is perfect by any means. But Jack Dorsey left, and he decided to make Twitter again, but now it's Blue Sky, and I'm like, dude, what are you doing? You could have made Twitter great again, and you didn't. So what's the point with Blue Sky? Well, the point with Blue Sky is to have an echo chamber, I suppose. So bad. It's so bad. And people still trust the guy. What do you mean? Why would you do that? It's pure nonsense. He tried already. He failed. Isn't that good enough? If it was a different kind of, I don't know, media product, maybe. It's literally Twitter again. Stop it. Stop it. Also, no, I don't think I'm gonna be joining Blue Sky anytime soon. Do you guys remember the Fediverse? People were like, oh, this is gonna be the future. This is gonna be the future. It's not. I don't think the Fediverse is bad. But yeah, that was short-lived too. Speaking of short-lived stuff. What a segue. What a segue. I might need to do 2 hours today at the end of the day, huh? It's fine, we can do it. Then I'm gonna join this Substack, but thank you. Assassin's Creed executive producer Mark Alexis Gauthier. Video games can change the world by changing people. I thought this didn't happen. I thought you guys at Ubisoft weren't pushing any kind of agenda. By your own words. Also, I know they are doing that. By their own words. Funny how that works. Funny how that works. Ubisoft's executive producer for its Assassin's Creed franchise, Mark Alexis-Cote, revealed that the company is attempting to use video games to change the world by changing people. Is this Lara Fink speaking? We have to force behaviors here? What kind of globalist bullshit is this? I don't like it. Not a big fan. In a keynote interview at XDS24, Cote revealed that the first question that the Ubisoft CEO, Yves Guillemot, always asks is, what will players learn? Is that true? Stop it. I know something was darker here. What will players learn? Do not trust Ubisoft, obviously. He then explained why he asks this question. What I think has driven is for 37 years now, is this idea that video games can change the world. And you start changing the world by changing people. You start changing the world by changing people. Is this Lara Fink speaking? And people will wonder why I hate the French. Why wouldn't I? Have you seen these guys? It's not funny. If you give them something to think about, even while they're having fun, right? They can learn something, then you can change one person. You can change the world, he added. Having fun. Well, you would need to make a fun game for once, Ubisoft. It's not happening anymore, I don't think. He was then asked the question about how he keeps the traditional Assassin's Creed fan base satisfied while also bringing in new players. Sure, please. Tell me more propaganda. I'm curious. Cote said, I had the chance to have what they call an evergreen franchise. It's a great honor to be able to steward that, because the playground that I have in front of me is the entirety of humanity's history, right? With the positive. Man, this guy's probably ESL too, so not a big deal. So it's diverse, that word again. It can be inclusive. We can tell different stories that will have a pull for different people in different parts of the world, and we are not stuck telling the same story over and over again with the same heroes. It's humanity's history. It's so diverse. It's so inclusive. But God forbid you want to play a Japanese dude in the Japanese game. God forbid. But no, it's Japanese. Yeah, I know. But why can't you play a Japanese dude in the Japanese game? Oh, but my Yasuke! Oh, Yasuke is so cool! I don't know, he's nothing more than a footnote of history. Sure, he's been remembered throughout the ages. More than, I don't know, my ancestors, for example. But at the same time, he's nothing more than a curiosity. He wasn't in Japan for more than a year. What do you mean? Not this conversation again. So tiresome. So tiresome. So each time you pick up an Assassin's Creed game, I want you to learn something new, which is very important. But to discover another part of the world, another part of our shared history. But I thought these games were fiction. Which is it? Which is actual history or is it fiction? They could have said, well, it's historical fiction, and it works! But no. They had to be, oh no, don't worry guys, it's just fiction. We can have whatever we want, it's just fiction. But then they will tell you, no, this is factual history. This literally happened. Well, I don't think that's the case. It's a funny game, you know? It's fucking guys. And that's what I like about Assassin's Creed, because it can feel always fresh, because in each game that you play, it's both a plus and a minus, because each time you can start fresh, but there's risk to starting fresh every time. You need to be building these protagonists, so that they're engaging, so that people relate to them. building these protagonists so that they're engaging, so that people relate to them. Never thought this would happen. But I agree. I agree. That doesn't mean you need to add all the checklist of diversity. That's actually kind of racist, right? Saying that you can only relate to a character because it looks like you. That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. A lot of people love Japanese media. I don't think you have a lot of white people in Japanese media. Speaking specifically to Assassin's Creed Shadows, he said, I think that's one of the things people will notice starting with Shadows, is that we've tried to make the game, this franchise, more welcoming by focusing differently on what? Math diversity? It's a Japanese game. It's Japan. You should have Japanese people. That's normal. I wasn't saying otherwise. My favorite instance of forced diversity was in the new Final Fantasy VII, when they replaced the people from Cosmic Canyon to make it more diverse. Literally just killing off the natives. Holy shit! I didn't know that happened. I'm not really following the Final Fantasy VII remakes. Quite unquote remakes. It's not an actual remake. It's more like a strange parallel world sequel, as far as I know. But it's also so funny because you have actual diversity of characters in Final Fantasy VII already. Hello, Bart. Bart is really cool. He actually looks fantastic in the remake. But no, it's not enough. It's not enough. And I mention this every single time. How you have a bunch of stuff that makes no sense, but it's obvious propaganda, right? And I'm sorry for people of other races, but Cleopatra was not black, she was literally Greek. Greek people are not the whitest in Europe, but they are not black either, okay? Achilles, he wasn't black either. I'm pretty sure he wasn't. Anne Boleyn, we have paintings of her. She was pasty white. And I think she was a redhead too. She wasn't black. It's also the new... Was it the movie? Was it a theater play? I don't remember. With Prince Edward. He's 7th, I think? For some reason he's black now. I don't think you have a lot of black people in the UK. Not back in the day. Now but this is different. I understand. Instead, there was already representation of basically all people in the original Final Fantasy VII. And at the same time, I don't think representation as a concept is meaningful. Because it's fiction. You don't need fiction to look like the real world. For obvious reasons, it's fiction. And then you have people trying to rewrite history, right? The example that I usually give too. Kingdom Come Deliverance. Well, where are the black people? Well, they were not in Europe back then. What do you want from me? They were not here. I'm sorry, but history is just fact. You just cannot change it. And trying to do this is pissing people off. Because you have literal Japanese guys. I've heard Japanese guys being like, okay, but it's a Japan game. I want to play as Japan dude. Why not? You could do that in the other Assassin's Creeds. Why not in this one? And at the same time, no, it's kind of a gender swap. Because she should be her father. So there's also that. And there's nothing wrong with having women people or black people in the games. It's when you change stuff to shoehorn them. People love Samus. Samus is really cool. Samus is actually the best example of a fantastic female character. Because you have people like Anita Sarkeesian back in the day. Oh, but she's too sexy. She's too sexy. Yes, she is sexy. Her suit, really nice. But her actual armor, her various suit, it's so cool, dude. It's bulky. It has cannons. It's so cool. You can have both. Nowadays, you can have anything. It's so strange to me. I will never understand. Because Assassin's Creed is 2 stories at the same time. It's always been that way. It's always been that way, but in a different way, right? You get the present day. So they had you going into the past as its own story, and you had the past itself. So we've bundled those 2 stories very differently for Shadows, that will allow us to have more flexibility into the future, to make the franchise more welcoming, so we avoid the Star Wars issues like, who's the dude with the black helmet? Look, having some mystery is fine too, okay? It's not a big deal. I had to say, the wording here is really funny. Who's the dude with the black helmet? And then we have this guy here. It's just silly, it's just silly. And try to make it more about your own experience within the franchise, he said. Own experience within the franchise? But that doesn't make any sense. Because a video game is a closed system. Sure, you can have an RPG that's depending on your decisions, it changes, right? You have different endings, nothing new. It is still a closed system. So, what they're trying to say here, I don't understand. You're always gonna have your own experience because it's you playing the game, and you're, or at least I assume you're, a unique person. I don't understand, I don't get it, it's so strange to me. So strange to me. But these comments are not surprising. He made similar remarks in an interview with the New York Times. He said, "We want people to be passionate about history." Yeah, people are being passionate about history, but you don't like that because they are clowning on you. Because they're like, dude, this is not factual history. What do you mean? What does that mean? What kind of copy is this? Stay true to well-documented moments and historical figures. I'm gonna highlight that one. But not shying away from having a critical point of view, and defying cliches to go beyond what is the accepted truth. So, that means we're gonna follow history as long as it appeals to us. If we don't like it, we're gonna change it. Congratulations, you said literally nothing. Historic fiction is nothing new, but the thing is, you're trying to be so slimy about it. That's the main problem here. Furthermore, the company's Vice President of Global Diversity and Inclusion, now that's a position, huh? Dashi Siko, makes it clear that the company is attempting to inject the divisive and progressive agendas of diversity and inclusion into its games. Well, yeah, it's on their website, it's nothing new. Speaker writes in the company's diversity, inclusion, and accessibility. Well, accessibility is reasonable at least. Page of its website. For Ubisoft, putting diversity and inclusion at the heart of everything we do means providing an environment where employees can thrive, building open-minded communities where players can connect, and featuring games that reflect the diversity of the world we live in. Okay, that's a lot to unpack here. And I don't like any of this. Not even end, okay? So let's go. From the end to the beginning. Creating games that reflect the diversity of the world we live in. But that is a problem. Because today's world, it's not the same as Sengoku Jidai. For obvious reasons. Because we're talking about the West 2024 and not Japan 1600s. There's a big difference in this example, right? Building open-minded communities where players can connect. As long as they have the correct opinions, I suppose. And the biggest of all, which I don't really like, putting diversity and inclusion at the heart of everything we do. That's kind of scary. That's kind of scary. We've seen this here time and time again. all those people being like, well, you don't need a DEI department of any kind, because everything in your company should be DEI. And since people don't like DEI as a label, we have to change it. Stuff like D and I, DE and I, DIB, so on and so forth. So this to me, this is telling me that Ubisoft is actually really deep in the DEI sauce, way more than we expected probably. So I don't think this is gonna get any better, unless the crash and burn could happen. We still don't know. We'll not accomplish all these goals overnight, she adds. Of course it is she. Just as it takes years of iteration to develop a AAA title, we will only become a more diverse and inclusive company by continuously improving, trying new ideas, and learning from the results. It's a long-term commitment. Yeah, that is true. One that we will tackle with the same passion and dedication that we bring to our games. Furthermore, the company states, we will create gaming experiences that push representation forward by embedding diversity and inclusion across our processes, increase representation in our teams, and offering access to resources that help teams to build more authentic, inclusive, and accessible gaming experiences. Embedding diversity and inclusion across our processes. This is nothing new, but if you know, like we know here, this is a fantastic admission that they are doubling, tripling, and quadrupling down with their agenda bullshit. Another, they might try to be a little bit more stealthy about it. Also, my chair's collapsing lately, I don't know why. It's getting a little bit old. Sadly for us. We have a little bit more here with Ubisoft. We have this thing here, which could be, could not be, at this point in time. Ubisoft denies leaked Assassin's Creed Shadows Season 1 Battle Pass details. Ubisoft has denied the validity of leaked details regarding the Season 1 Battle Pass for its upcoming action role-playing game, Assassin's Creed Shadows. A data miner had recently shared alleged details regarding the Season 1 Battle Pass for Assassin's Creed Shadows on Discord. Battle Pass for a single-player game. You thought I was joking when I said this? No. Apparently it's gonna be free, and at the same time I have to answer, but why? Why have a Battle Pass at all? Sure, having downloadable quests and whatnot, sure, that's normal, but Battle Pass? Nah. In addition, the data mine provided the first look inside the loading room of the Animus Hub, Animus, where the player controls the avatar of Yasuke. However, Ubisoft has denied the validity of this information. To be fair, the only thing they have denied is the fact that it's gonna be paid. Is it gonna be paid at the end of the day? Maybe not. Maybe not just Season 1. Who knows? Who knows with Ubisoft? And they mention a bunch of prizes you get, like in-game currency and some cosmetics. A message to the community, the team, and the Animus Hub denied the validity of the leaked information. They clarified that all the rewards available in the Animus Hub will be entirely free. We'll see about that. And there are no paid subscriptions or paid battle pass featured in the Animus Hub. Furthermore, players will have access to regular content and missions and no extra cost. That's good. I still feel they're gonna have some sort of really strange microtransaction here at some point. Because it's Ubisoft, and they're bleeding money. Is it gonna work? I hope not. I don't think this game is gonna sell all that much either. But who knows? hate reviews and all that, that's still a thing, sadly, but that is still a thing. And then we have a bunch of fake news, literally fake news. They make me wonder a little bit what's going on with some people we thought they were based and red-pilled. Well, I don't know about that. So I'm going to start here with pretty much the conclusion of the message, because I think it makes sense. This is from Clifton Duncan. I don't know who this guy is. I've seen his tweets several times, I don't really know who he is. But he seems to be pretty correct here. People claiming woke is dead are naive. Entertainment is still controlled by blue leftists who hate free speech and who hate you. Correct. We're still shutting down dissent. We're still blacklisting wrong thinkers. We're still a religiously Marxist monoculture. The election has sparked extreme introspection among them. Well, yeah, obviously. Also, why would the USA election affect Ubisoft? They're French. Just an example, right? If you accept that politics is downstream of culture, then now's the time to be investing in and creating new culture. Hollywood is dying. Well, I don't know about dying. They're not doing that great, that's for sure. Live theaters is in crisis. Comic books are failing. They've been failing for years now. The music industry is anemic. The publishing industry is corrupt. There's never been a better time for a great American renaissance. Not only American, but American is gonna say American, obviously. Truly ushering an American golden age, we need competitive cultural institutions to crush the current ones, which, again, are controlled by people who hate you. America was an art and entertainment superpower in the 20th century. To truly triumph in this new paradigm we need to invest in and develop free-thinking artists so we can conquer the 21st century too. Small burp there. Otherwise, all the celebration about the end of woke is premature, and this guy is completely right. But you see a lot of people telling you, oh, DI is dead, woke is dead, we won, we can go home. That doesn't make any sense. Sure, maybe getting Orange Man into power is a win, fighting all this agenda nonsense and fighting censorship. But you really think you won the war? No, absolutely not. And it's really easy to see. Because nowadays, we're reaping what's been sown back in the day. You see new games, like Concord, for example, and the new Dragon Age, and they had really long development processes, between 8 to 10 years. Ah shit, I wonder what happened 8 years ago, 2016, Orange Man in power. Oh, I wonder what happened 10 years ago. Gamergate, fucking Gamergate. Do you really think that was a win for anti-censorship, anti-quote-unquote woke? Absolutely not. They've been running rampant. On the down low, for the most part. But they've been running rampant. And it's gonna happen again. Because some people are trying to convince you, no, we won, it's over. It's not. Demonstrably so. We saw that with Ubisoft. We saw that with Firefox last week. They literally told you, sure, we're gonna fire our DEI department. They didn't call it DEI, it was advocacy, something like that. But they told you, we're gonna double down on advocacy efforts because everyone in the company is gonna be working for the goal too. Once again, that same wording. And then you have blatant lies, and people are just eating them up. Why would you do that? And I have to admit, I fell for some lies back in my day. But thanks to doing this bullshit on Saturday, Queen 3 News, I have to bring sources. And since I have to bring sources, I cannot stop seeing a bunch of lies lately. Like this one. Breaking! All of the employees in the Office of Diversity, Equity and Inclusion are threatening to quit if Pete Hegseth is confirmed as Secretary of Defense. I was like, that sounds so strange. I looked this up. No source. There's no source. Why would they? Obviously, why would they quit when they are trying to do their thing? It's pure nonsense, and people are eating this, but no. No, and I have to wonder, are these guys stupid? This to me right now is a blatant lie. So is this opposed to control the position? Are they playing both sides to create the endless conflict? Well, there's nothing more American than that, I'm afraid. But it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. And you will have a lot of people in this next year, especially after Orange Man's investment. What's it called, investment? Well, he takes power, right? In January next year, just completely stopping their fight against DI and censorship because we won. And they're gonna be running rampant. Are they gonna stop? Obviously not. I'm not even American. That doesn't affect me. I enjoy the memes, but I can tell you, it's not enough. There was some more stuff here I found that was strange. Here from Automaton. Starblade Shift Up denies rumors of new Los Angeles studio and Nikkei Netflix adaptation. People were running with this, but apparently no source. What the hell? It's so weird, I don't understand. Shift Up published its earnings report for the third quarter of the fiscal year of November 12th. You got it on Starblade Steam launch. Pretty good. Coming 2025, I think they gave a month. Other future plans. In subsequent reports by the media, the piece of misinformation cropped up, and the developer has come out to deny them. As reported by GameSpark, Shift Up has made the following statements. At present, we have no plans to establish a new studio in Los Angeles. There are currently no plans to partner with Netflix to produce an anime adaptation of Goddess of Victory, Nikkei. No source for that, and people are running with this. I just don't get it. With that out of the way, Shift Up's financial report did confirm that their new multi-platform IP, Period Witches, is still on track to launch in 2027. How far away the ideal world. Sad to say. And we'll be getting more information about this in the first half of the next fiscal year. So even though the Nikkei anime was a false rumor, still a lot to look forward to from Shift Up. And look, their Starblade port for PC, it's gonna be massive. It's gonna be massive. A lot of people are waiting for it. Am I gonna get it? Maybe not. I don't know. I don't think it's the kind of stuff I usually play. If it's cheap, maybe. You know? I usually only buy shit on sale, especially lately. Do you really expect me to pay $70 for shit games? Nah. Not anymore, baby. Even though this is not fake news or anything like that, I thought this was also a little bit strange and has to deal with this a little bit, somewhat tangentially, I guess, but here we have Jeff Kiley is intended to trademark Game Awards with the USA Patent Office, meaning no one else will be able to host an award show with words Game Awards in it. Wars his email fans and requesting they file with the USPTO on his behalf. This reminds me, when back in the day, the guys that made Candy Crush, I don't remember the company name, King? Something like that, wanted to trademark the word candy. And I don't think that's gonna happen. And I guess they're just really scared because Game Awards, who gives a fuck about them? I don't have that on me. I knew I was forgetting something. But if you see the jury for the Game Awards, it's very much a bunch of mainstream media outlets like Polygon, Variety, NPR is the name, and shit of that ilk. They also have like 90% of voting power for the Game Awards, so it's gonna be shit. It's always gonna be shit. You can vote, but it's just performative. It's so sad. And I guess this is nothing new actually. Look at this. Application file and date. January 15th, 2024. That's been a while. We'll see. We'll see. I don't think this is gonna go anywhere. Maybe it does, but I don't think it should. I don't think it should. Ah shit, I'm so thirsty today. I think it's normal. I'm still recovering a little bit. But we have some good news sometimes, okay? We have some good news. I love Ubisoft too. Ah, that's fine. It's fine, we can jump around a little bit. It's okay. Was a little bit unexpected, but GOG sticking a couple of W's this week, which is pretty good. Big fan. With the celebration of GOG's 16th anniversary, we're thrilled to announce our new initiative. We're launching the GOG Preservation Program, an official stamp on the classic games that GOG has improved, with a commitment of our own resources to ensure their compatibility with modern systems and make them as enjoyable to play as possible. This initiative was created to make games live forever, and once again bring the utmost attention to what the center of our work has been for the last 16 years: video game preservation. And that's really cool. Sometimes you see old games on Steam and you're like, sure, I could buy this for a couple of bucks and have some fun, and they barely work in modern software. Modern operative systems, more like it, right? And that is a shame. That's a shame. You end up having to go to third-party patching tools and whatnot, which may or may not be the best solution sometimes. So this is a huge W. We begin with the release of 100 classic games from our catalog, with updated, improved, or quality-tested builds, including masterpieces like Heroes of Might and Magic 3, E-Classic, Resident Evil Bundle, that's 1, 2, and 3 by the way, and Diablo Plus Hellfire. Visit our website dedicated to the program to learn more. If you'd like to read more about the initiative right here, please join us in the comment thread below. I will. One of our core missions from the very beginning was to preserve video games. For over a decade and a half, this mission has been our driving force. However, 2024 has made it clearer that ever just how vital this initiative is, and how crucial our role is in its continuation, as shown by the restoration of Alpha Protocol and the original Resident Evil trilogy, which apparently works really well on GOG. Congrats on that! Moreover, the Video Game History Foundation has recently shared that 87% of games created before 2010 are inaccessible today. 27%! By legal means, I suppose, but obviously they mean that. It's something that we cannot accept, and with the help of the gaming community, we are set on getting that number down to 0. I hope they do. There's some bangers from back in the day. I always look back on those. You guys remember Sacred? Sacred was a fun game. Apparently Sacred 3 was just trash. Keep looking at my copy of Sacred, okay? The GOG Preservation Program is how we'll achieve that. The GOG store identifies games that are part of the Preservation Program with a dedicated stamp. This stamp ensures that those games will run on your PC, hassle-free! And you can enjoy them just as much as you did the first time you played them. Oh, so good. These are not empty words. You can understand GOG's work on each game by looking at its preservation log. Even logs, you love to see it, man, you love to see it! Expect more and more games to join the GOG Preservation Program, both from our existing catalog and new classic editions. We've made great efforts to make it happen. We truly believe that with the program, we can fight the entire situation of video games becoming inaccessible and keep them alive forever. Your opinion and feedback are invaluable to us, so please share your thoughts. And lastly, thank you. Your support and love for games make everything possible. That's huge W. Here we have their site. Dropping is atrocious and spiritual. We have some stuff here. On the right there's another line. I guess I can show it here a little bit. We have Fallout, New Vegas. We have Anno 1404. In Classic we have Diablo here. We have That You Keeper 2, Mist. Most of these sound familiar at the very least. That's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. Fire Bloodlines, another classic. And here I'll tell you a little bit more of the same. They have the full list below, but this is pretty much all you need to say, which is fantastic. Fantastic. Archiving for games, dude, I love it. I love it. And surprisingly enough, this is not the only GOGW on this week. Because they are also fighting against censorship. Imagine that. We have here Took a Clan Pool created by Steam is too sexy. Interesting. In Ubisoft's latest Western release, Took a Clan Pool has allegedly been rejected by Steam according to the publisher for being too sexy. Took a Clan Pool is a traditional dungeon RPG, similar to titles like Evangelical, which has had its own run-ins with Steam censorship. Luckily, Good Old Games, GOG, has stepped up once again to provide uncensored and DRM-free games. Can I get this? Too sexy for Steam. Anime-style dungeon JRPG Tokyo Clan Pool can now be wishlisted on GOG and launches December 19th. Very soon. Over the past several years, Steam has been failing to uphold its strict stance on censorship, saying in 2018, if you're a player, we shouldn't be choosing for you what content you can or can't buy. If you're a developer, we shouldn't be choosing what content you're allowed to create. Those choices should be yours to make. Yes. With that principle in mind, we've decided that the right approach is to allow everything into the Steam store, except for things that we decide are illegal or straight up trolling. And they have a bunch of straight up trolling in their store. There are some games that are just pure trolling. Steam has been implementing its policies against content erratically, banning games like Tokyo Clan Pool or Rise, and demanding censorship for others. Meanwhile, you can go there right now and find a game literally called Sex with Hitler. The Nintendo Switch is also continuing to prove itself as a platform for uncensored games, with other East Asia Soft titles like 7 Parts Age also being available. And it's really strange to me, because they literally have hentai games. And not only that, because you might be thinking, okay, but surely they're trying to limit the lolicon stuff. I don't think that's the case. Don't they have, what's the name again? Nekopada on Steam? Isn't at least one of the girls a literal lolly? It has spicy content, let me tell you. And if you come here to its page on GOG, you can't actually see anything explicit at all. I don't think this has any spicy content, which is even more strange. I have here some screenshots. Very normal looking screens. Actually looks really cute, not gonna lie. Sure, you have skimpy clothes, perhaps. Not. I've seen way worse in gacha games, okay? It's not worse than Magical Girls, by any means. Is it menu gaming? Obviously, it's a JRPG after all. I cannot see anything here that tells me, well, it could be kind of spicy. Kind of spicy is not enough. And if we see here the tags, we have adventure, role-playing, exploration, female protagonist, JRPG, mature, and dungeon crawler. And sure, they have the mature tag, but you know what other games have the mature tag? Yakuza games, The Witcher games. But this game lacks sexual content as a tag or nudity as a tag. So I don't think it has any spicy content at all. And if we come down here for a second to the features part, we have Agnes, the young Prime Minister of Japan, and her Moi cabinet members. Yes, it's probably mature because it has mature themes, as in you're literally the Prime Minister and you have to appeal to the citizens to have their support. And the approval of the citizenry for valuable bonuses or lose support for your mission. Sounds like an interesting mechanic. And if we come down here, yes, they have some games that are literally hentai games here, like Ranse. I'm not gonna open this just in case. If you go to Ranse, which is once again a literal hentai game, it has the proper tags like sexual content. Probably should have nudity too, I'm not quite sure. So what's the deal with Steam here? I don't understand. It looks pretty normal, it looks pretty cute, what can you say? So at the end of the day, it's really cool to have GOG, because if something happens to Steam, that being something like, let's say, becoming pro-censorship for whatever reason, or just completely crashing at some point, we still have another store. That's pretty cool. Just trying to keep a huge archive of all games and it's against censorship. So that's really good. That's really good. I enjoy that. So I don't know what's happening here. I don't really know what's happening. I guess that these little creatures getting up to mischief. This is not good. Also, DRM free. Lovely. So good. I might need to check this game at some point. Seems nice, what can you say? So, GOG, seal of approval. Pretty good. Pretty good! And dude, Steam has been catching us traders all this week. It's wild. It's absolutely wild. I also have this one here from PC Gamer. Steam accused of normalizing hate and extremism in the gaming community in new ADL report. ADL. And the defamation, I don't think so. Says it's found millions of examples of extremist and hateful content on the platform. Oh no. Oh no, what did they do this time? The Anti-Defamation League, a US organization that aims to combat anti-Semitism and support Israel. Strange, but accurate. Has published a report alleging that Steam is rife with extremism and anti-Semitism, and the case involved following the spread of hateful and extremist material through a highly permissive approach to content policy. People are gonna shit talk, okay? It's fine. It's fine, you'll live. The ADL said its report is based, I don't think it's based at all, on what it described as an unprecedented platform-wide. Oh my god. Analysis of public data on Steam, I lost my point. Including more than 458 million user profiles, 142 million profile in user group avatar images, and 610 million user comments. The ADL Center on Extremism found millions of examples of extremist and hateful content, including explicit hate symbols like Sun and Red, thus the Black Sun, and happy merchants, as well as copy-pastes, blocks of text that are copied and pasted to form images or long-form writing. Are they converting copy-paste? There's no way they're mixing copy-pastes with ASCII art, right? There could be. Shifting to swastikas being shown the platform. The clear gaps in Steam's moderation of this content inflict harm by exposing untold users to hate and harassment, enabling potential radicalization and normalizing hate and extremism in the gaming community. Gamers, always suppressed by the big guy. Understanding the extent of extremist and hateful content on the platform is key to fighting the proliferation of hate online. I think we should have more hate online. We don't have enough. Pepe the, Pepe the Frog and the Plasticers are the most common extremist symbols found on Steam, according to the report, respectively representing 54.6% and 9.1% of detected symbols. The most common extremist symbol, Pepe the Frog, 54.6%. Second one, Funny Cross, 9.1%. So what you're telling me is that you found a bunch of funny frogs? Sure. Sure, I'm pretty sure they're wasting taxpayer money on that one too. Pepe the Frog. We're not gonna make it, guys. We're not gonna make it. How could they be so stupid? I don't understand. EDL also found tens of thousands of pieces of terrorism-related content on a Steam community. Tens of thousands, but they were investigating hundreds of millions of users, so that seems really low, actually. Pretty good. Including more than 15,000 public accounts with profile pictures featuring the flags or logos of ISIS, Hezbollah, Hamas, and others. Hundreds of accounts were found using photos of white supremacist mass murderers, Brendan Trent and Anders Breivik as their avatar images. Breivik sounds like a white guy. Not Yugoslav at all, huh? Emails are also touched on in the report, which claims to have found hundreds of monster games, most notably Garry's Mod, well, obviously, that specifically reference mass shootings. It's a mod. Don't like it, don't play it, fuck off. What can you say? The report says Steam's public-facing content policy includes no mention of hate or extremism, which isn't entirely accurate. The Steam Wars documentation specifically states that content with hate speech, i.e. speech that promotes hatred, violence, or discrimination against groups of people based on ethnicity, religion, gender, age, disability, or sexual orientation, should not be published on the platform. That's mods. I don't think mass shootings are the same as discrimination. That's just the word salad. Trying to get Steam to censor a bunch of stuff. Steam's code of conduct doesn't make a specific reference to hateful or extremist content, but does forbid harassment, disruptive or damaging behavior, and the violation of the personal rights of other users. So, they're not breaking any of their rules, but you don't like it because they don't appeal to you. Fuck off, ADL. Am I gonna get banned? I don't think so. I'm too small for that, luckily for me. More point are questions about the application and effectiveness on Steam's moderation policies. The report says Steam appears to be technically capable of moderating content, and has done so selectively in the past in response to external pressure. Well, it's not external pressure if you're gonna quote DMCA takedown. Okay, that's not pressure, that's law. One example of that would be the removal of Pepe the Frog emoticons from the Steam marketplace, following a DMCA takedown noticed by Pepe creator Matt Fury. And several approaches being largely ad hoc, with Valve failing to systematically address the issue of extremism and hate on the platform. It's not against TOS, also. Extremism and hate on the platform. Do you know that Funny Cross and the Funny Germans are from history, and if you're trying to make, let's say, historic mods, you might need to include them? Shocking, I know. Valve updated its community rules in 2023 to provide a much more granular breakdown of what is and isn't allowed. But as noted at the time, the real question was how it would go about enforcing those rules. Because this has been an ongoing problem for Steam. We reported on Valve's hateful problem in 2018 And in 2022, US Senator Maggie Hassan Biker, I hope not, what the hell, sent a letter to Valve boss Gabe Newell alleging a significant percent of users displaying and espousing a neo-Nazi extremist, racial supremacist, misogynistic, and other hateful sentiments, and asking what Valve was doing about it. Why would they care what they do on their platform? They're trying to sell game. That's it. Also, I'm pretty sure that thanks to Section 230, they have protections for not having to deal with that. Like actual legal protections. I don't know if Steam counts, probably does. Valve needs to make significant changes to their approach to platform governance, both in terms of policy and practice, to address the ways in which hate and extremism have proliferated on the Steam platform, the report states. Nah, they're probably fine, they're probably okay. As long as we have Gabe. Gabe, don't die on me. I know you're a big fat fuck, but do not die on me, man. As ADL has stated previously, policymakers must demonstrate their commitment to disrupting hate and harassment in online multiplayer games. Fuck you. While government is certainly focused on the dangers posed by social media and AI, policymakers must also pay attention to the immediate threats pervasive in online gaming environments. We are the most oppressed people, dude. What the fuck is going on here? What the hell? Now, if you don't like it, you can mute people, okay? Stop being a little bitch. So annoying! Fucking Christ. JDL also put pressure on Twitch recently, leading to temporary bans for a group of average streamers who made jokes at the TwitchCon panel that the organization interpreted as anti-Semitic. Interpreted, by the way. Oh, my fifis hurt, please ban these people, shut up. Shut up, dismount the ADL too, please. Not coming through all yet, unlucky. Bunch of fucking bitches, bunch of clowns, dude, what the hell? They're so annoying. They're so annoying. I don't like them. I don't like them at all. It's so ridiculous, dude. It's so ridiculous. No, fuck, that's not it. Nothing I can do about it. I guess it's fine. So strange to me. So strange to me. Oh man, I don't know what's going on with this BS now. We have something else. Only one more here. Only one more article. I think it's interesting. I've been following this for a little while, so it's gonna be interesting. We'll go back to Ubisoft for a little bit here. Ubisoft sued for shutting down the crew. God fucked, Ubisoft, you deserve it. The issue is, once again, what the difference between buying and licensing games. Two Californian gamers are suing Ubisoft in a proposed class action lawsuit? That sounds good. Over the developer and publisher's recent shutdown of recent game The Crew. Ubisoft released The Crew in December 2014 and shut down its servers after a decade due to server infrastructure and licensing constraints. They could have made an offline version, but they didn't, so fuck them. After the server shut down, the game became totally unplayable due to its lack of a single-player offline mode. When the shutdown was announced on December 14, 2023, Ubisoft did offer refunds to people who recently purchased The Crew. Given the age of the game, a lot of players were unable to participate in the offer. Yeah? And you buy a pinball machine, and years later, you enter your den to go play it, only to discover that all the paddles are missing, the pinball and the bumpers are gone, and the monitor that probably displayed your unsellable high score is removed. It's wrote in the lawsuit. Good comparison, I guess. This filed November 4th in a California court, and reviewed by Polygon. Turns out the pinball manufacturer decided to come to your home, get the instance of the pinball machine, and remove your ability to play the game that you bought and thought you owned. Well, the only one that got owned was the consumer here. Unlucky. The lawsuit alleges that it is exactly what happened when Ubisoft shut down its servers for The Crew in 2024. Only living consumers unable to access something they purchased and assume they owned. The lawsuit says players were duped in two ways. First, by allegedly misleading players into thinking they were buying a game when they were merely licensing it, even if a player bought a physical disc. And that is scummy as fuck. If you're buying a physical disc, you should own the game. You have the physical product, after all. Second, that Ubisoft falsely represented that the Crew's files were on its physical disc to access freely. I guess not. And that the discs weren't simply a key for the game. Ubisoft is violating California consumer protection laws, the lawsuit alleges. California being based? Holy shit, what's going on? What year is this? Both plaintiffs purchased the game well into its lifespan, in 2019 and 2020, respectively, on physical discs. The lawsuit says neither we had purchased the game on the same terms, i.e. price, and the game servers could be taken down, rendering the Crew totally unplayable, even in offline mode. The lawsuit also covers the backlash to Ubisoft's decision to shut down the servers, and not including offline version of the game. They're trying to fix that for their newer games. I wonder why. They're coming for you, Ubisoft. It has several games that turn the servers off but patched in an offline option, like Knockout City and Ubisoft's own games, Assassin's Creed 2 and Assassin's Creed 3. Ubisoft responded to the criticism and vowed to include offline versions of its existing games in the Crew franchise, like The Crew 2 and The Crew Motorfest. Wait too late, not good enough. But the lawsuit says this does nothing to amend the problem of the Crew server shutdown. The plaintiffs are looking for the court to approve the lawsuit as a class action, meaning other the Crew players may get involved. They're looking for monetary relief and damages for those impacted by the server shutdown. The lawsuit follows a campaign from YouTube creator Ross Scott to urge companies to stop killing games, a movement that kicked off after the Crew announcement was made. I'm struggling a lot today, I'm sorry. Stop Killing Games movement is petitioning the European Union to force game companies to keep games in playable states. It currently has more than 379,000 signatures. Read about that. As media continues to go more and more digital, the issues of owning versus licensing, especially in video games, becomes more of a problem. While some people are taking games into their own hands, like the player created The Crew Unlimited, the onus is largely on companies and what they do to preserve their games on servers. But in California, Governor Gavin Newsom recently signed a bill into law that requires companies to tell consumers they're buying licenses. Gavin Newsom being based? Never thought I could see that. Something broken clocks, I guess. The law itself, introduced by California Assemblywoman Jackie Irving, is actually partly inspired by Ubisoft's shutdown of the Crew. The law, however, doesn't do anything about the fact that games are licensed and not purchased outright. Nor does it stop a company from rendering a game unplayable, but it does, in theory, offer transparency on the issue. It's better than nothing, I guess. It's better than nothing, but I do hope that lawsuit goes through because, oh man, you know they deserve it. They deserve it real bad. Holy shit, dude. These fucking clowns. You cannot just do that. Trying to sell a game, then... Nah, actually, you know what? Nah, you cannot play it anymore. You cannot do that, dude. You cannot do that. That's kinda fucked up, that's kinda illegal. So... full extent of law. It's gonna fall on them. You're allowed to say it, baby. You're allowed to say it. Ah, man. Dying here. It's probably time for me to die. I mean, take my leave. So what's the deal for this upcoming week? Let me tell you. Let me tell you. The intended schedule. Something might go wrong still. Can always go wrong, but you know. I was planning on doing Yakuza Kiwami on Monday, and then both Wednesday and Thursday for some Dragon Ball Z Attack of the Saiyans. However, they released the new update for Holocure, so I'm thinking Yakuza Kiwami on Monday, Dragon Ball Z Attack of the Saiyans on Wednesday, and Thursday, a little bit of Holocure. Sounds good. Then obviously Saturday, we come back here on this time slot for more news reading. That's the idea. That's the idea. We'll see how it goes. Apparently the new Holocure update is massive and has a Jump King game mode. It's gonna be wild. I'm so rusty. I haven't played since last stream. It was last year. So it's gonna be a struggle. But we can try to get the new girls, spin them for some tries, see how they work and whatnot. It's gonna be cool, right? I think it's gonna be interesting. But yeah, that's gonna be everything from me today. So thank you all for coming. Hope you had some fun. Fun? Question mark? We have to remain vigilant of all of this propaganda bullshit. That I know, it's annoying. It's a pain in the ass. I get it. But it's not going away. So we have to be careful about that still, you know. And I'm thinking I might need to do some sort of deep research about DEI once again. It's been a while since last time. Now it's the time. Yeah, thank you all for coming. Hope you had some fun. Don't have to spare too much. I'll see you all soon on Monday with some more Yakuza Kiwami. Until then, you know the rules, and so do I. Take care.